what's up you guys, my name is Wolf and welcome back to LEGO Arts. So in the last episode, we did the sort of Christmas special with LEGO Santa Claus. So now in this one, in celebration of Once Upon a Deadpool, the PG-13 version of Deadpool 2, I finally brought in the guy in the red suit, the merc with the mouth himself, Deadpool! Cool. So this minifigure actually has been jumping back and forth in my head for quite some time. Like, I almost decided to do this one when Deadpool 2 came out back in 2016, but I wasn't fully engaged at the time. I sort of, like, lost interest, because I was busy with some other projects back then, and it was sort of like, and it sort of came to a point where I thought, like, should I really make this minifigure? And then, after seeing, like, some of the latest trailers of Once Upon a Deadpool, it's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. So, as you guys know the whole drill, I'm going to take this minifigure, do a review on it, explain my process, why I went with this route, and then go from here. Oh, and in case none of you have seen, like, my reaction video to the latest Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, if I get a few comments that say hashtag LegoKH, then I will do an entire LEGO showcase revolving around Kingdom Hearts 3. That is, of course, if you guys want to see that sort of thing. So, without further ado, let's begin the video. Okay, so I won't lie, this is actually a minifigure that I'm not too ashamed of, but I feel like I could have done better. Like, the whole suit in general, I almost had half a mind to do, like, sort of, like, the decal thing like I usually do, but I decided to give it a shot of hand painting, because I want to keep practicing my hand painting skills. And it's not the best, but it's not the worst. So, like, the torso actually came out a little bit better than I thought it would. Same thing with the arms, the legs. I don't know if I can fully bend them, but as usual, I don't want to try it, otherwise, like, the paint might crumble off. I painted the belt here on, like, the waistline. You can't see, like, on the back, but it continues on there. So pretty much, like, this originally was actually my old Deadpool minifigure. It was an original, like, LEGO official Deadpool minifigure, but then I repainted it, gave it a new coat and everything. And so, like, the mask is actually, if you're wondering, like, what's with the mask? Well, this mask was actually something that I wanted to try. What I did was, I took an old motorcycle helmet that originally I was going to use for Genji in Overwatch, but after seeing, like, the latest Overwatch stuff, I decided to, like, actually, let's try something different. And I wanted to do, like, a 3D mask, because if you guys remember back when I did Spider-Man, I wanted to do, like, sort of a three-dimensional, like, removal mask thing. However, I learned from my mistakes, and this time I tried to go with an old motorcycle helmet. So, like, I cut off the front of it, and then I put on, like, some molding clay, like, on the front, and I tried to do, like, the little stub he has on the back of his head. It didn't come out fully accurate. Well, it kind of came out accurate, but it's not in the correct position, and I didn't realize that until after it dried and everything, so that sucked. So, I definitely improved on the mistakes on, like, putting on a helmet. So, hang on, get off the mask. DP, get it. There we go. Okay, the head, I'm not super proud of the head. I won't lie, part of this thing was just me trying to figure out, like, okay, what should I do? Because again, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do, like, the whole decal thing. So what I did was, I looked at some photos of some custom Deadpool minifigures, and then I took, like, the closest accurate head I could get from my bin, and then just added these red spots that I had for Logan. Okay, like, it's the same brick red that I used for blood on Logan. I won't lie, I'm not super proud of these spots. I feel like they could have done way better. Otherwise, this either looks like some kind of Freddy Krueger reject, or it's the weirdest case of chickenpox. So, the head, but I guess, like, another reason why he would wear the mask. Yes, to, like, keep it under goes. But the head, I'm not too ashamed of that, as I am of the back. The back, this did not fully come out correct. Or at least, not the way I was hoping to. So, for those of you who don't know, I've been trying, like, my hardest to get, like, custom sheaths for, like, swords and everything. And so, like, I've been experimenting of, like, how I could proceed with the sheaths. And also, so I wanted to do, like, the whole magic of, like DP could, like, put in the katanas in and then bring them out. And these katanas, I got these at Brick Fair, I think, 2 years ago? Yeah, I think this was back in 2017. 2017, I got like 2 pairs of these swords. Or I especially got these for Deadpool minifigure because I wanted like these special swords for him. And these swords I did like a little experimentation with the swords. So for anybody interested in customizing, and like for all you customizers out there, here's like it's like a little. Hang on, Harold. Can we fix that? What, Harold? No, Harold. Harold, fix it. Harold, I'm sorry, my weird employer is not being correct to me. Harold, come on, you're not as bad as Justin. Please. Oh, for God's sake. There we go. Okay. Hey, okay, so pretty much with the swords, if you guys are interested of like how I did the swords, or as you guys know in the past, I've always had like some problems of how like every time I paint on handles and then put them on the characters, like the paint then comes off. So this time I tried a little experiment. This time like I put on like the full coat of paint, I added all the colors in, and then I first added the blade and then the handle, and then afterwards I covered this in 2 layers of clear spray paint. And sure enough, I tested this out before doing the video, but when I put it on, the sword can easily go on, and as a bonus, it can easily come off. So if you guys are interested, like wanted to know, like, how can we do this sort of thing? My advice is that, once you put on, like, the colors you want covered, coat this in, like, a coat of clear spray paint. You can maybe do this with 1 coat. I haven't tried it with the 1 coat, but 2 coats definitely works. It really works. So if you guys want to know about that, there's a helpful hint for how you could do that. And the sheaths, I definitely like waited to make the sheaths until after I did the swords. After I did the swords, I then and flattened out some molding clay and then sort of built them around the swords. And then before then, I then coated each blade with some kind of. I used chapstick to coat them in, but you can use like either that or some other form of like lubricant to act as sort of like a way, as a substance for where you can easily like bring the sword out without the blades covered with clay. I've tested it out a lot, and I've now gotten used to like, oh, okay, so this is the correct method. So the sword sheaths, I am not too proud of them. I wish I could have done better. But as you guys know, on this channel, we're all about experimenting. So this was part of the experiments. So the minifigure itself, I'm fine with. The sheaths could have been improved. But all in all, this is not a terrible minifigure. I've made worse. This is actually one of the decent minifigures. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's just decent. So how about we go ahead and wrap this video up and then go get some chimichangas. So that pretty much does it for this short episode of LEGO Arts. So I know that this minifigure didn't get done on time, but honestly I wasn't really aiming for that. Once Upon a Deadpool is still premiering in theaters. So if you guys haven't got a chance to see it and you want to, you can see it up until Christmas Eve. I have not seen the movie yet, but from what I heard of it, it's hilarious. So I really recommend you check it out. And some other updates. If I can get them done on time, I might do 1 more showcase this year. That's not a guarantee, but the next showcase I'm aiming for is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I'm going through ideas on those minifigures, so I'm currently going through that, and also an update on the fabrics. The cutting is still in the minor works, but I've recently just finished the weapons for the characters, and also printed off some decals for them. So that'll be an update for 2019. And once again, if I receive a few comments that say #LegoKH, then I will begin on a LEGO Kingdom Hearts 3 showcase. Speaking of which, that's going to be coming out in next year. And as I have said in the past, as when that game is released, that'll be the main focus of the Let's Plays, because I really, really want to play that game. So, pretty much in general, if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. It really, really helps us, improve on projects, improve on Let's Plays, and just have fun in general. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button, comment below what you think, share these to your friends, subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, and here's a hop on the road. Ow! Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. What do you guys, Moonrises?